So, there's a huge new player jumping into the AI race. But get this, they're not just trying to build bigger and bigger models. They're going back to square one with a really bold mission to build true AI by reverse engineering the human brain.
And we are not talking about a small bet here. We're talking about over $1 billion in long-term funding. You know, that kind of money sends a message. It tells you that some of the smartest people in the field think that the current path we're on with AI, well, it's missing something fundamental.
So who's behind all this? It's an organization called the Astera Institute, and they've just launched Astera AI. And their goal isn't just about making bigger models. It's really a two-part mission. First, to genuinely understand how the human brain works. And second, to use those principles to build truly intelligent machines, ones that are data efficient, robust, and can learn from raw experience, just like we do.
Okay, but that kind of begs the question, right? What's actually wrong with the AI systems we have today that require such a radical, brand new approach? Let's break down the problem they're really trying to solve.
This slide just frames the core problem perfectly. The AI we have now is basically a master of the past. It learns by digesting this unbelievable library of knowledge that humans have already created. But Astera, they want to build an AI that doesn't just read the library. It goes out into the world and writes its own books, all through direct experience.
And hey, the founders put it perfectly themselves. This is a huge shift from an AI that's basically a parrot of human knowledge to one that's a genuine creator of new knowledge. That is the fundamental philosophical leap they're making. So, if the goal is to create an AI that learns from experience like a person does, where do you even begin? Well, the Astra team believes the best blueprint we have is the one that's been working for millennia, the human brain. This fusion of neuroscience and artificial intelligence, that's their entire approach.
But the brain is incredibly complex. I mean, it's a messy collection of billions of neurons, not some clean, easy-to-read circuit diagram. So how in the world do you separate the essential, general principles of intelligence from all the biological quirks?
Their strategy to find these principles is what they call triangulation. It's brilliant, really. First, they look at neuroscience to see how the brain's actually built. Second, they analyze the physical world to understand the problems our brains evolved to solve. And third, they test these insights by actually building them into AI models. A feature is only considered a core principle if it makes sense from all three angles. So this NeuroAI approach is leading them to focus on some very specific cognitive functions that are just totally missing from today's AI. So what exactly are they looking for? What are these secret ingredients?
First up is episodic memory. An LLM might know the fact that Paris is the capital of France, but it has no memory of learning it. Episodic memory, on the other hand, is the personal story of your experiences. It's the sequence of events you lived through, interpreted by what you knew at that exact time.
And this is where it gets really cool, because memory isn't just a passive filing cabinet. It's an active process. When you try to remember where you left your keys, you're replaying little episodes from your day against your mental map of the world. This is how we constantly update our understanding and learn continuously, without having to be retrained from scratch all the time.
They're also looking at reasoning that goes way beyond just text. For most LLMs, reasoning is really just about predicting the next logical word. But for us, for humans, reasoning involves our visual systems, our spatial awareness, our motor skills, our entire mind working together to solve a problem.
And they're drawing on other key insights too. For example, recurrent connections. Our brains are constantly sending feedback to refine understanding. It's not a one-way street like in most AI. There's top-down attention, which is like a mental spotlight you can consciously direct, and schemas. These are the mental templates that lets you learn how to drive a new car so quickly because you already have a general idea of what a car is.
So when you put all of this together, you start to see that the ambition here goes so far beyond just building the next generation chatbot. This is really about creating a whole new kind of science.
This is their ultimate vision, a virtuous cycle, a true two-way scientific engine, where neuroscience experiments give us clues to build better AI. And those better AI models, in turn, become tools that help us design smarter experiments to finally understand the brain. Each side pushes the other forward.
And that leads to the most profound goal of all, to move the study of consciousness from the world of philosophy and mysticism into actual empirical science. By building models based on the brain's architecture, they hope to finally answer some of the biggest questions out there. Can we build a conscious machine? Can we control it? Does consciousness even serve a computational purpose? These are the questions they're really trying to answer.
So, the billion-dollar bet is on the table. It's a fascinating final thought. After all these years of looking outward to more data and more computing, maybe, just maybe, the key to creating a truly artificial mind has been hiding inside our own all along.